Hello everybody, this is part 2 of my vintage laptop series. It's a little bit different today. It is technically not a laptop, but it's not a computer. It's a tablet, in a very early form of a tablet from the early 2000s. I couldn't find an exact date when they were distributed, but from everything I could read, and the earliest review I found was 2002, so I'm going to guess around there. It is the M1200, which was made by a Texas computer company called Motion Computing, and it was distributed by Gateway under the model T001. The original cost of this thing was over $2,000. The company was Motion Computing, and they were out of Texas. They were a small company, so they ended up selling all the distributing rights for this to Gateway, which made it a very popular computer at the time. It came with an 866 megahertz Pentium 3, which also made it very fast compared to some of the big laptops. 12.1 touchscreen, and the weight was around 3.5 pounds for the tablet. And then if you had the adapter and everything in the bag, it'd be about 5 pounds. As far as the peripherals, it did include an external CD-ROM drive, which you could upgrade to a CDRW. I don't have that because I got all these used and it did not include that. It also included this dock, which was called the patented Flex dock, which you could actually fold up and it would fit flat inside a carrying case if you wanted to set your screen up like this to make it somewhat like a laptop or a desktop. The one thing about these early tablets, they did not have the internal accelerometers, so when you rotate it, it did not rotate on its own. You would have to press the button here and it would rotate the image 90 degrees. And then, if you wanted to go upside down or whatever, you just keep pressing the button and it would go 90 degrees each time. As far as the internals, it had a 866 megahertz processor, like I said, and it came standard with 256 megabytes of RAM and a 20 gigabyte hard drive. Now you could upgrade it through Gateway to 1 gigabyte of RAM and 60 gigabyte hard drive, and the 1 gigabyte of RAM was the most that you could have in it. I really wish that I could turn it on, but I actually took the hard drive and the RAM out. I don't know, I don't have the RAM anymore. I had it in another laptop, but the hard drive I actually put into an external drive, and I use it as just kind of like a backup to store files and stuff for my laptop. As far as the graphics, I had an 830 MG GPU, which as far as tablets go was one of the best at the time. It came standard with Windows XP, and of course with a tablet at that time they were trying to appeal to college kids and office professionals who were on the go, and they didn't want to really carry around big laptops, so it did include Windows Office or Microsoft Office without any trial limitations, which of course nowadays you have to either buy it or get rid of it. As far as battery life, it actually had a really nice battery life. Continuous use was up to 3 hours, which, that's pretty good considering it was an old model. You could also buy, I'm not sure if it included the keyboard or not, but this did come with a keyboard, and you would just hook it up somewhat like this, and there you go. You basically have a desktop, which is nice if you wanted to set it up on a desk or something. With this model, every port is actually on the bottom, which again, if you had it set up on the dock, would make sense, so you wouldn't have cords everywhere. It includes a modem port, Ethernet port, external monitor, and if you watched my last video, I mentioned how Gateway really liked the docking ports, and that it did have a docking station port, 2 USB ports, and a FireWire port, and then of course microphone and headphone. As far as the buttons, one of them is broken. I'm not even sure what that was. The lock key is basically Nowadays, you know, if you need the Control-Alt-Delete, that had all of those buttons in one. You just press the lock and it would bring all of that up. You have your brightness and all of that. And then one more thing, it did include a stylus since it was touchscreen. Everything I've read, I actually used this once when I first got it and it didn't work very well, but that's just because you're so used to using an iPad or Android nowadays. But for what it was actually decent. So yeah, this is the motion computing. I wish that I could show more, but it doesn't turn on. So keep in touch with my videos by subscribing, and I hope you enjoy this video. Make sure to check out my other videos, including the previous vintage laptop video, which is the Gateway 5300, and I will have another one coming up very soon. And thanks for watching, and have a great day. If you enjoy this video, be sure to check out all of our previous videos, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything we do in the future. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.